What if I told you that you're not bad with money? What if you're not lazy, not unlucky, not stupid? What if you were designed to stay broke? Designed by systems you never agreed to, trained from childhood to think small, rewarded from obedience, pushing from independence. And the scary part, most people never realize it. They spend their entire lives thinking something is wrong with them, when in reality something wrong is still inside them. So, today let's ask a dangerous question. What if you were designed to stay broke? And more importantly, how would you break the design? Part 1. The Invisible Program. From the moment you were born, you didn't just learn how to walk or talk. You learned how to think about money. Think about this. As a kid, how often did you hear things like money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, be grateful for what you have, play it safe, don't risk too much? Sound harmless, right? But those sentences were advices. They were code, a financial operating system quietly running in the background. And once that code is installed early enough, you stop questioning it. You grow up believing. Believe rich is rare. Being average is normal. Being broke is your fault. Not because it's true, but because it's familiar. Part 2. School the factory model. Now let's talk about school. School doesn't teach you how money works. It teaches you how time works. Sit still, raise your hand, wait for permissions, memorize, repeat, obey, and yeah. You're rewarded for following instruction, not for questioning them, and guess what, for preparing you for a job. Not ownership, not leverage, not freedom, just a job. You're trained to trade time for money, the slowest and weakest financial model on earth. No lessons about how debt traps people, how inflation streets silence, how system reward owners not workings. So, when you grow it, you're perfectly educated for staying broke. Part 3. The work trap. When comes adulthood, you get a job, a paycheck, a sense of relief, finally stability. But look closer, your income is capped, your time is sold, your energy is drained, and the system tells you, work harder, be patient, one day you'll be comfortable. But comfortable is a gag. Most people don't stay broke because they don't work. They stay broke because they work inside a system designed to limit them. If you stop working, money stops. If you get sick, money stops. If you slow down, money stops. That's no freedom, that's dependency. Part 4. Consumer Programming. Now, here's where it gets darker. Really, you being paid just enough to survive. You're constantly encouraged to spend. Ads everywhere. Social media flexing lifestyles. Treat yourself, you deserve it. Debt is normalized. Impulse is rewarded. Saving is worn. Yeah, sure, you're pushing it to buy things you don't need to impress people who don't care, which money you don't really have, and every patch here feels like freedom until the bill arrives. The system doesn't want you rich. It wants you comfortable enough to keep going and broke enough to stay dependent. Part 5. Fear as a control tool. Why don't more people escape? Fear. Fear of failing. Fear of judgments. Fear of instability. You're told entrepreneurship is risky. Most people thought just be realistic, but staying broke is also risky. It just normalized. The biggest lie isn't that success is grounded. The lie is that playing safe is safe. Fear keeps people obedient, confused, distracted. And fear is extremely profitable. Part 6. The realizations. Here's the turning point. The moment everything changed is not when you get money. It's when you realize it. I was broken. I was programmed. That realization alone is power. Because system only control people who believe they're trapped. Once you see the decision, you can't redesign them. You start asking different questions. How can money work with how my constant preference? How do owners think differently from workers? How do skill turn into leverage? This you hear escape bank. Now our mind, not magically, but consciously. Part 7. Breaking the decision. Breaking the decision doesn't mean quitting. Everything tomorrow it means learning how money actually flows, building skills that zone, creating income not tried accounts to power, thinking of course, long term instead of paycheck to paycheck. It's uncomfortable, unpopular, lonely at first, but every system has an exit. Most people just never look for it. So, what if you were designed to stay broke? The real question is it. Now that you know, will you stay that way? Because evidence is the first crack in the system, and cracks eventually becomes exist. Bye bye.